Hello, future doctors. Welcome to this exciting session on chemical coordination and integration. Today, we are diving deep into mechanism of hormone action, how these tiny chemical messengers orchestrate massive changes in your body. We'll start with the basics, then gradually unlock advanced concepts, preparing you for every challenge, right up to the NEET level. Let's begin this fascinating journey. Ever wondered how hormones, the body's silent commanders, actually get their orders across? Let's uncover the secrets of how they work, starting with the simplest steps. First, let's define hormones. They are special chemical messengers produced by glands without ducts, called endocrine glands. These glands release hormones directly into your bloodstream. From there, hormones travel throughout your body, reaching various target cells and organs. They are crucial for regulating everything from your growth and metabolism to even your mood and reproductive functions. So, how do hormones know where to go? It's like a lock and key system. Hormones travel in your blood, but only specific target cells have special protein structures called receptors. Each hormone has a unique shape, fitting perfectly into its specific receptor. This binding is the crucial first step that tells the cell, hey, I have a message for you. Ready to test your understanding? Here are 3 quick practice questions. Pause the video, think about the answers, and then check your knowledge. This will help solidify the easy concepts we just covered. Good luck! Now that we've grasped the basics, let's delve a bit deeper into the 2 primary ways hormones interact with your cells to bring about their effects. Hormones are vital intercellular messengers, produced in very small amounts. Their magic lies in receptors, specific proteins on or inside target cells. When a hormone binds to its receptor, it forms a hormone receptor complex. This complex is the starting point for a chain of biochemical changes that ultimately lead to a specific physiological response in the cell. For hormones that can't cross the cell membrane, like many protein or peptide hormones, the action begins at the cell surface. They bind to membrane-bound receptors. This binding activates second messengers inside the cell, such as CAMP or calcium ions. These messengers then amplify the signal, triggering a cascade of rapid cellular responses. Think of it like a relay race where the first messenger hands off the baton to the second, and so on. On the other hand, lipid-soluble hormones, like steroids and thyroid hormones, have a different entry strategy. They easily diffuse through the cell membrane and bind to intracellular receptors located in the cytoplasm or nucleus. This hormone receptor complex then moves into the nucleus and directly interacts with the DNA, influencing gene expression. This leads to the production of new proteins, resulting in slower but more prolonged physiological changes, like growth or differentiation. Time for some more practice. Here are 5 questions designed to challenge your understanding of the medium-level concepts we just discussed. Take your time, analyze each question carefully, and try to recall the details of both membrane-bound and intracellular receptor mechanisms. This is excellent preparation for NEET. Alright, let's elevate our understanding. We are now moving into the hard level, where we'll dissect the intricate molecular details of hormone action and connect them to broader biological theories. Hormone action is a prime example of signal transduction. It involves 3 key steps: reception, where the hormone binds to its receptor; transduction, where the signal is converted into an intracellular response; and cellular response, which is the final biological effect. A crucial aspect is signal amplification, where a tiny hormonal signal can trigger a massive cellular reaction. This efficiency is vital for maintaining homeostasis with minimal hormone concentration. Let's dive deeper into membrane-bound receptors. Many peptide hormones use G-protein-coupled receptors or GPCRs. When a hormone binds, it activates a G protein, which then activates an enzyme like adenylyl cyclase. This enzyme converts ATP into cyclic AMP, or CAMP, a crucial second messenger. CAMP then activates protein kinases, leading to a phosphorylation cascade that alters protein activity and causes rapid cellular changes. Intracellular receptors, on the other hand, directly bind to DNA as transcription factors, modulating gene expression and protein synthesis, resulting in slower but more sustained effects. Now, let's compare the two main mechanisms. Water-soluble hormones act on cell surface receptors, leading to faster, transient responses via second messengers. Lipid-soluble hormones act on intracellular receptors, leading to slower, prolonged responses by regulating gene expression. While their mechanisms differ, both ultimately achieve changes in cellular function, either by altering existing protein activity or by synthesizing new proteins. This dual approach allows the body to fine-tune its responses to diverse physiological demands. It's time for the hard-level practice questions. These 7 questions require a deeper understanding of signal transduction pathways, receptor types, and their implications. Think critically, apply your knowledge of second messengers and gene regulation, and challenge yourself. Mastering these questions will significantly boost your confidence for NEET. Welcome to the hardest level. Here, we'll explore the cutting-edge aspects of hormone action, including evolutionary insights, advanced regulatory mechanisms, and real-world applications in medicine and biotechnology. Get ready for a truly competitive deep dive. Hormone signaling mechanisms are profoundly conserved across evolution, highlighting their fundamental role. Beyond GPCRs, we encounter receptor tyrosine kinases, or RTKs, used by insulin and growth factors. Ligand binding to RTKs triggers dimerization and autophosphorylation, creating docking sites for signaling proteins that activate pathways like RAS-MAP, essential for cell growth. Intracellular receptors, part of the nuclear receptor superfamily, poses distinct domains for ligand binding, DNA binding, and transactivation, showcasing elegant structural adaptations for precise gene regulation. The efficiency of hormone action is amplified by second messenger systems, where a single hormone molecule can trigger a massive cellular response. However, cells also prevent overstimulation through desensitization and downregulation, involving receptor internalization or phosphorylation. Conversely, upregulation increases receptor sensitivity. An exciting area is crosstalk, where different signaling pathways interact, allowing for integrated and nuanced cellular responses to multiple hormonal cues. This intricate regulation ensures precise control over physiological processes. Intracellular hormone action directly influences gene expression, but it's more than just binding to DNA. The hormone receptor complex can recruit coactivators like HATs, leading to chromatin decondensation and increased gene transcription, or corepressors like HDACs, causing chromatin condensation and gene repression. This epigenetic modulation means that the cellular context, factors like chromatin state and other transcription factors profoundly dictates the final transcriptional outcome. Understanding this layer of control is crucial for comprehending long-term physiological changes. The clinical significance of hormone action is immense. Disorders like type 2 diabetes, rooted in insulin receptor dysfunction, underscore its importance. Pharmacologically, drugs act as agonists, mimicking hormones, or antagonists, blocking their action, as seen with tamoxifen in breast cancer. This targeted approach minimizes side effects. Beyond medicine, hormone action principles inspire engineering innovations, biosensors for detecting hormones, synthetic biology for designing cells that respond to novel signals, and targeted drug delivery systems. These advancements showcase the broad impact of understanding these fundamental biological mechanisms. All right, let's tackle the first set of 5 hardest level questions. These questions demand a comprehensive understanding of advanced concepts, including receptor diversity, signal amplification, and epigenetic regulation. Think deeply, integrate information from various sections, and consider the broader implications of hormone action. This rigorous practice is key for excelling in competitive exams like NEET. Here are the final 5 questions for our hardest level challenge. These questions will push your analytical skills, requiring you to connect theoretical knowledge with practical applications and clinical relevance. Focus on the nuances of receptor mechanisms, regulatory processes, and the engineering insights we discussed. Successfully answering these will demonstrate a truly master-level understanding of hormone action. Congratulations on completing this in-depth journey into the mechanism of hormone action. You've covered everything from basic principles to advanced competitive concepts. For more such engaging and comprehensive educational content, make sure to visit synapse.omaps.in. Don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for continuous learning and updates. Keep learning, keep growing, and keep aiming for your NEET goals.